Morning everyone. As you can see, it's still pitch black out there, and it's about 3:30 at the moment. I am completely exhausted. I've not really slept, but about 10 o'clock I've ended up booking to go somewhere, which is quite cool. So I don't know if I'll make you guys wait, or to be fair, you've seen it in the title. Basically, I'm going to Alton Towers, which I've been to before. And I'm also going to Blackpool Pleasure Beach, which I've not been to before. Now, the reason for this trip, unfortunately, is that the trip that I mentioned beforehand, Europa Park with Cara Events, has had to be cancelled. The reasons behind this are simply not enough people to go on the trip. So, essentially, a lot of people who had booked on cancelled their bookings once the fire happened, and Alton Towers, they've started running a bus in the summer months. So this bus goes from outside the station, Stoke-on-Trent station, to Alton Towers. It's X32. You can read about it online. I would double check it in case they change the times, but at the moment it leaves at 9:30 from outside the station, and it should then be coming back at 5:20 from Towers. Towers' current timing of closing time is 5. On the bus, now to Alton Towers, £10 return. It's a little bit cheaper, I think, for certain groups, but not me, unfortunately. No student discount either. It's a nice little view around. Really looking forward to Towers. Here I come. So, I left my place in London at 4 o'clock in the morning, and now finally I am walking to Towers. So the bus picks up just sort of over there. You can see everyone sort of walking this way from the main car park. So it's past all of the other organised trips, like all the other coaches that come by. And if you're coming here from the Stoke-on-Trent station, it's literally out the very front of the station, so not the side with the big car park, but the side that's on the high street. Cross the road, walk left a tiny little bit. That bus stop is the one that you need. You see, we've got the monorail thing up there. It has come past already, but not yet while I've been filming, so there we go. Current wait times means I think that I'm probably going to go over to Nemesis and Galactica, although I don't want everyone else thinking the same thing, because Nemesis is on 10 minutes, Galactica's on 20, and considering they're getting rid of the VR and loads of other people are riding it, and now there's massive backlog for the VR, I don't think 20 minutes is too bad, particularly as I do want to do the VR at least one more time before do that. It seems like there are a million school trips here. Honestly, fucking teachers take the fucking year off to do a masters. I still can't get away from the kids. I'm kidding. We're going back to teaching soon, hopefully, anyway, so I shouldn't complain. But yeah, hopefully it should be good. Wait times aren't too bad. Wickerman is currently on 50 minutes. And the highest queue at the moment is Smiler with 70. So it could be a lot worse. I think I'm going to have to sort of amend my plans for walking back though, because it's quite a bit of a walk from where bus drops you off, and it picks up at 5:20. So in other words, there isn't an awful lot of time to get there to get the bus back, especially considering that the ride closure time is at 5. So that's the time they shut the queue lines. So in theory, if you're in the queue before that, you get on the ride, providing there's not some sort of problem, as you've seen in the previous Fort Park vlog from Darren Brown. Although that's alright, because then they let us ride Walking Dead again, so everyone was raving about that as it just opened, so that was cool. I actually really like that ride. But I'm really looking forward to getting on the Wickerman. I've not done many wooden rides, to be perfectly honest. Unfortunately, Europa Park was cancelled, so something to make up for it a little bit. And later on today, I'm actually off for the very, very first time to Blackpool Pleasure Beach. So we'll be getting on another hyper coaster. The big one there counts as a hyper coaster because of its height, which all the enthusiasts know. But non-enthusiasts who's watching me, there's a little fact for you. I know some shit. Not a lot, but I know some. And then the main reason for me going up there, to be perfectly honest, would be Icon. That thing looks fucking amazing. I don't think it's going to be as good as Taron, but I don't know, I'll find out that when I eventually get to Starzia land. And loads of people are comparing it to Helix and saying Helix is a lot better. With some of the elements in the videos that I've seen, I can see the comparison, but I've not ridden Helix yet either, so that'll be a fresh new experience for me, and I'm really, really looking forward to it. But first, Towers. Dun 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 dun. I love it when you walk in and you can hear that music. I think I am just gonna slog it out and do Wickerman, because the park is gonna be probably quite busy by the time I get around there anyway, so I might as well do it. For those of you who don't know, Alton Towers has submitted a proposal to have the name Alton Dungeons trademarked, so that's a very good indication that they might well add a Dungeons attraction here. Hello! Hello!
Hello, who are you?
I'm Zoe, I am Starzia Travels on YouTube.
Oh!
You like a little YouTube, don't you? Little funny little YouTube.
This is Officer Law and Order.
Yes, Officer Law.
I'm Officer Jay Walker.
Your friendly Alton Towers Traffic Patrol, here to make sure no one is speed walking, no loitering, and we've got a licence to be just very silly, to be honest.
Well, this is serious business, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
24/7 I don't know how this park would function without us, to be quite honest.
I think it's a good improvement. I come last October, you guys weren't here then, so that's the last time I was here.
Probably having donuts and coffee, weren't we?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Have a lovely day.
Thank you.
What's your channel called?
Starzia Travels.
Hello, Starzia Travels viewers.
Hello you.
From Officer
Hello,
Jay
you
Walker
guys.
and Officer
Laura Norder. Yes, Laura Norder.
We're 82.
Okay.
Tatty bye, cheerio!
Tatty bye, take care.
Oh, as they say in Stoke-on-Trent, ta-ra docs, ta-ra.
See you,
See ya.
Bye.
Thank you. This little interaction there. It's really nice actually that the staff sort of are really engaged like that, particularly sort of the start of the day. It's very, very hot today. Hopefully it'll sort of keep the mood up the whole way time, but that was nice. That was really nice, in fact. So it seems to be a lot more sort of roaming performer type staff around compared to what I've seen in the past. I've only really seen a few of them at Halloween, and even then not really doing an awful lot, to be perfectly honest. I've never ran into the other stuff. I know that there was this performing family who were apparently here for years and used to always do stuff in the hotel. I've personally never been in the hotel. Unfortunately not going in there today either. Eventually, when I have money to actually stay there, then yeah. Just walking past Battle Galleons. Apparently that had a queue the other day. Doesn't surprise me, to be fair, in the heat. It is very, very hot. My first actual sight of this with my own eyes, not for a YouTube video, not for a screen. I'm seeing this with my own eyes first time. Oh fucking hell, that looks sick. That structure looks really, really cool. It's going to be a source of many photographs when I come off of this. It looks epic. The sign is really nice. Nice wooden framework. Only 50 minutes, and isn't too bad. It's worth it, to be fair. Or at least I hope it's going to be worth it. Everyone's telling me it's going to be worth it. So let's see if they're right. This is really nice. Track doesn't seem to overlap too much. Well, I find that with a lot of wooden coasters, you can't really sort of get a good view from the queue line because it's two weaving over each other. This one doesn't look too bad though. One that is bad for it, Joris and Drake and Efteling. It's really hard to get a nice view, especially because they've got this beautiful dragon in the middle. You can sort of see it when you're whizzing by, but
the Wickerman is currently experiencing a temporary delay.
No!
This is a ritual. At present, we are unsure how long it will be, but we hope to resume our ritual soon.
This is my luck. This is actually my luck. This side's really cool. Literally. That is sod's law. The second I get in the queue for this. 6.5 hours travel. Walk up to this first. Think, screw the short queue lines, I'm going to go for this first. And then that happens. Oh dear gosh. It's terrible. Oh well. Structure. You have to encounter a cheese stone. We're about to have a picture on Starzia Travels. I mean, I don't like specifically not swear in my vlogs, but I tend to avoid it at least a little bit unless I can't help it. But holy living mother of fuck, that was good. It was so good. It flew round. It was really fast. Airtime nice, but you got enough banking that it makes it sort of rough enough but not too rough. It's sort of like the perfect combination. So like Robin Hood's airtime in Wallaby Holland is fantastic. It is really good, but it's not really got the roughness that I like in the red one of Joris, and it's not got the nice theming of something like Expedition Everest. This, combine it all in one go and you have the Wickerman themed around obviously horror ritual type things. Fucking amazing. I love the theming. Anyone who knows me knows I absolutely adore the horror type attractions, and so yeah. I mean, obviously the fire in the structure isn't real, it screams. And there's some smoke effects and stuff as well inside. I don't want to ruin too much for you. Pre-show's pretty damn cool as well. Really damn cool. To be perfectly honest, pre-show it's better than the Baron. And I love the Barons pre-show. I love the Barons music. Music-wise, it doesn't quite beat the Barons for me. And everything else, I don't think it beats the Baron. But I'll have a few more rides on it. At the moment, bear in mind I've only ridden it the once. It's my first ride of the day, so I haven't really got like anything else to compare it to, which is why at the moment I'm sticking it in my number 3 in the UK spot. So number 3 because it is after Swarm and after Stealth at the moment, but it is swapped ahead of the Smiler for me, which was my UK number 4, and then ahead of Nemesis, which is number 5. You may remember at one point when I first come to Towers, Galactica sort of jumped to my number 1 in the UK purely because I was so impressed with the VR on it. Unfortunately now they're taking that off slowly. I don't think that they're doing it straight away, so that's a pretty good thing. I'll be sure to come back to that later. It's now on 60. I didn't have to wait too long when it went down. They got it up quite quick because I have heard there has been an awful lot of problems with that running. It's been going down a lot. People have been waiting 3 hours and then getting told that they can't get it working. Everyone come for its opening day and it was covered in snow. And the manufacturer said it could have run that day, but Towers decided not to. To be perfectly honest, I think health and safety in the UK a little bit mad. But in some aspects, it's quite good if you compare it to sort of like amusement parks around the world and travelling fairs and stuff. It's good that we've got that regulations compared to some of the things that happen in America, sadly. So, wait, no, I don't want it alright, right, okay. So I bought it alright, I don't want to go through the gardens. I never go through the gardens here. To be fair, it's been a long time since I've been here. Last time I was here was the first actual Alton Towers vlog that you would have seen on the channel. That would have been from Scarefest last year with my friends Danny and Chili. Haunted Hollow. Been Valley. Oh yeah, I'm not going through that way. He agrees with me. It's a silly idea. He's laughing at the thought. Me going through that. You gotta love how nice Towers looks. It's a really, really pretty. I just like that there's all these weird little things around because Thorpe Park is just such a concrete jungle. But it's nice that there's this. But Chesington is too sort of kiddie based for me. So it's nice that we've got this here. I mean, I would look around the gardens a bit, but I don't have time and it's too uneven for me most of the time. I'm not too bad if I'm with someone, but unfortunately I've not really been around the gardens with anyone, so there we go. Sort of just got lost in there once on my own first time I was here, which that vlog will be coming up to the channel at some point. It's just dealing with a massive backlog at the moment. So there's stuff that's still from Disneyland and all stuff like that, but I still haven't edited from like 2 years ago. So I've been trying to put more recent stuff and this odd sprinkle of old stuff here and there. Like there's an old one coming from Thorpe Park that I think you guys will like because it's just random and a bit different. And someone who you've not seen on the channel before as well, although it's like 2 years old, so quite outdated. But I mean, it's before the channel even had a name, so there we go. Yeah, Wickerman, fucking fantastic. I didn't expect it to be that good, to be honest. Loads of people have been telling me it's amazing and all of this, but you know when something's just overhyped and you think I'm not going to enjoy it that much, and I don't like wooden, well, I mean I like some wooden coasters, but I'm not a massive fan of them. I like Robin Hood and Expedition Everest and now that. That's about it. Doesn't even look like the sky ride's open. Nemesis. No idea what the queue time is now. When I come into the park it was on 10 minutes. So hopefully it won't be too far off that. I reckon it probably will be, but it is a, oh fuck me. Yeah. To be fair though, I don't know they have opened the extension. Yeah, it's probably going to be more than 30. It's been a while since I've seen the queue that long for that, to be honest. see what Galactic is doing in a minute and then decide what I'm doing. Once again, Nemesis is not my nemesis. Nemesis is my friend. Absolutely love that ride. What more can you say about it? It's nice and forceful. The turns are nice. You don't bang your head too much. There's a little bit of it, but not too bad. See Galactica going round now. But now it's noticeable that there is severe lack of VR on it. I think it's only one row now that actually has the VR still. That's if they've not even taken that off completely yet. I'm not too sure what the queue time is yet, so hopefully it won't be too bad. If it's longer than about 40, I'm probably going to go over to 13 and do that a few times. Rita once, Smiler once, and then I shall go back to the Wickerman and I shall fucking stay there until the end of the day. Oh, it doesn't look too bad. Mind you, I don't know if it's got the extension bit going there. But at the moment it don't look too bad for Galactica from where I'm standing. 30. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah. As you can see now in the station of Galactica, there are 3 rows on this side of the station that have VR, the other ones don't. So I'm in the VR queue because I've not done Galactica for a really long time. I'm going to be sad to see the VR go on it, to be perfectly honest. I think it adds so much to the ride. I really hope that they reconsider and maybe divide up the stations and have one station that's the VR and one station without. I think that would make a lot more sense. Divide up the queue a little bit better, maybe send one of the queue lines out a little bit somewhere. I think it's possible. I mean, you've got like the whole back area round that way that you could do something with. So it's doable, they're just not currently doing it. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say. Looking forward to doing it with VR again. Might do it without a bit later, but it depends on what's happening with it. Haven't waited too long so far. I've waited about 15 minutes to get to this point, but obviously there are a lot less rows with the VR. But I can't see it taking me the full half an hour. I think this will be like in total about 25 minutes, which isn't too bad really. I mean, even for Nemesis on wait 30, well apparently now it's on 5 because that's Sod's Law. And Wickerman is a must do loads and loads and loads of times as much as I can. And they all go in. So it's kind of annoying of how they're loading them there. There's 2 people there on that row. That row's got no, oh no, it's got some. 3. So then that's at least another 3 people that could have gone through with VR if there was another pair. Someone on their own like me. I could have been in that seat. Obviously the VR does take longer, so they need to clean them between each one for hygiene. kind of cool how they've got like a bar theme to the Welcoming, which was a maze last year at the Scarefest. It's a lot quieter than I thought it would be in here. That's cool. Really cool stuff in here. So I've not long come off of Galactica. Again, really good. It's losing its charm now for me, but I'm glad I got to do it with the VR again. So Wickerman just went down, but then when I come round to it, it was testing, and they've literally only just, as I've started this video, let us into the queue line. So hopefully this will be nice and quick, because I don't know how many people have come out of the queue. I know before it went down it was on 45, so hopefully it'll be a bit less than that. If I can get it on less than 30, I'll be more than happy. I really want to get them to give me front row this time. They didn't let me on it last time. I want to do one front row and one back row today. I've done one in the middle. That was incredible even in the middle. Generally coasters are more forceful on the back. Not all of the time, but a lot of the time. Yeah, queue line looks absolutely dead. I think this will be nice and quick. Still walking. So this is good. Pre-show as well. I don't know how much I mentioned that before, but that was really, really good. Look, just walking down it. It's fantastic. I'll look back on it again. So I walked straight to this structure bit. That's where the queue stops. So Wickerman is now down for like the 4th time today that I've been actually around this area. How many other times it's been down, I don't know. First time it was down, it's only down for like 5 minutes. Second time, I'm not too sure. All I know is that I saw it testing and I come along, and then it was down again during that time, about 15 minutes or so. And I just literally come off of it, about to go on it again, and it's down again. It's probably been about 10-15 now that this has been down. God knows how long it'll be. It doesn't look like it's showing any signs of moving, which isn't particularly encouraging. I haven't seen them testing it yet either. I have seen a maintenance guy looking a bit confused, so that's not good. So I don't know if I'm going to be here another 10 minutes or if I'd be here another hour, but I think sort of at a certain point you've got to go, well, I've waited this long, so why not wait longer? But then you could end up waiting all the rest of the day, and I'd rather not do that. Particularly as I've got to be moving out by about 4:30 to catch the bus back, and got a phone call with my lecturer, so doing a bit of work while I'm away. I'm not just wondering about doing nothing. I am doing some work, not a lot. I'm sorry, Lizzie, if you're watching this. Love you really, love the course. Yeah, so just sort of playing by ear, really. I really like some of the stuff in the shop. I'm half considering going to the shop for a bit and then come back out and see what's happening out here. A lot of other people waiting in the area as well, trying to see what's going on with it. As we've done a lot of Wickerman-y stuff, I thought I might as well show you in the shop. Ride photos of there's really nice features around in this shop. Those little stuff, ram's heads on the walls. drawings, and the merch is pretty damn cool, I must say. 2 different mugs there. They've got shot glasses. Shot glasses only like £2.50, so that's alright. Little resins. I got one of the little ones earlier. I wanted one of the big ones, but money. Like, just even the notebooks look seriously cool, but I can't really justify a tenner for a notebook personally. The hoodies and that, they're not too badly priced. If I had the money, I would get one, but I don't. But I did get that t-shirt. This is like 18 quid, which is actually really, really good, I think. I mean, that's one thing I will say about Alton Towers. They seem to be a lot better on their pricing of t-shirts than they are at other Merlin attractions like Thorpe Park. So, I mean, Thorpe Park's my home park, put it that way. Like, a lot of the rides there are my babies. Like, they're the roller coasters that sort of made me grow up and like roller coasters. Well, some of them. I mean, let's be honest. Like Starzia Land and Port Ventura when I was a kid probably had a bit more to do with that, but because how little coasters there was back then. Although Colossus, I used to love Colossus. Yeah, but I must say, with that particular, I'm not buzzing quite as much as I was earlier on today, because when I first come out of it, I just wasn't expecting it, and now I know what to expect, sort of thing. So it's gone from being, when I rode it earlier on, I said it's probably about 3rd in the UK, like instantly on the first ride. Then I had a back row on it. I got to admit, back row too jolty for me. It's sort of like about as jolty as the blue one on Joris on Drake and Efteling in Holland. Far too jolty for me. Although you can't knock the rest of the coaster theming and everything else wise, but for that I'm afraid I can knock it. So I'm just trying to work out what I've got time to do. But now with going on that on the front, it's a completely different experience. I'm absolutely flying out my seat, but not in like too rough of a way. It was fun, it was madness. Would I do it again on the front? I wish I could. And depending on timing, that might only be the only other ride that I can do is that, because it's nearby, to be perfectly frank, and time's getting on, and yeah, I'm expecting a call from my lecturer in a bit, so I might need to be like, yo, call me back in 5 minutes as soon as she calls me. So I'm heading over to 13, and if that's not, the wait time doesn't work on that one, then I'll see what else is going on with Smiler and Rita. I'm not fussed about Oblivion. If it's a really, really short wait and everything else is a long wait, I'll do it purely for that sake, but I'm really not fussed. But as I say, the coach back 5:20. I can't miss that. It's a bit of a walk as well. I want to go into the main shop and get a mug and a shot glass as well for the Wickerman, just because in case they're doing other shot glasses, because I've not been round sort of all the shops and that in the park. I've just been by Nemesis, Galactica and Wickerman. I don't know if they've got like new Smiler ones, for example, because I quite like the Smiler merch. It just looks really cool, to be perfectly frank. So I'm actually walking up to the towers actually for the first time today, and the last of actually walking up to it. I don't usually walk up this way or back this way, so this is quite nice, seeing all the flowers and such. It's really nice actually seeing like the towers as they are. It's really pretty. It is such a beautiful park. Even if you sort of spent the day walking around the gardens and such, then you could still have a fun day out here, and there's a sea life as well. There's going to be a dungeons here. You can just enjoy yourself in this park without doing all the rides. But obviously most people wouldn't want to spend Merlin sort of prices going just to have a look around, so I can appreciate that one. But I think maybe it might be a cool idea is if they did like a ride pass type thing, like an amusement park. I know a little bit but like a smaller fee for entry, but non-riding, or non-ride days where the park's just sort of open to walk around. I know that a lot of enthusiasts will hate me for saying that, but I do think that a lot of non-enthusiasts would actually really enjoy something like that. Because it's beautiful grounds. I mean, not like completely open where you can bring like dogs or whatever, like no, but I think it would be nice just to allow people to walk around and stuff, because most people probably don't see it. They're rushing around to the rides, etc. Particularly us enthusiasts, and other people sort of go down the lines and then get lost. And then they feel like they have to sort of crush everything in. It's a pity the parks aren't open longer. Particularly into the evening, rather than necessarily straight first thing in the morning.
We can't go down there.
So 13 apparently has a 5-minute wait. Not too sure what Rita's on, to just check 13 first. A lot of things are slowing down now. Smiler's on 30. But I don't think I'm going to be able to get that one in as well. It doesn't look like there's a queue really for Rita either. No, Rita looks like it's pretty much, as soon as you get through the queue line, going to be walk on. So I think 13 and then Rita. That would be a good plan. If I can get both in, that would be fantastic. But to be perfectly honest, Rita hasn't really going to give it a chance to get a big queue line, hopefully. Providing that thing is what it says it is. Because it goes so quickly. And there's not many people now over this side of the park. Everyone's either over the other side on Nemesis or by Wickerman, because Wickerman has kept going down all day. I've got to say, that is quite disappointing because it is such a good ride. Yeah, so Rita says 10. That is not a 10-minute queue. That is about a 5-minute maximum queue. But let's see what 13 is going to say. Now as I'm approaching 13, it does indeed say 5 minutes. So let's hope not everyone has thought, oh, let's come here, because then that'll be unrealistic. But at the moment, let's just hope for the best. Almost walk on.
Take your seats and pull down your laptop. Keep your arms and legs inside the vehicle at all times. And hold on tightly with hands at all times.
Can I wait for the front? This is me. Ah, that was so much easier than on Wickerman. Looks an incredible station, this. 13 was my favourite ride at Alton Towers. I might have said Smiler earlier, but nah, 13. It's been a really long time though. Really long time since I've been on this. It's fantastic. As you can probably guess, I'm now walking into the queue line. Apparently it says there's about a 10-minute wait. I don't think it's that. I don't think it's 5, to be perfectly honest. So I am going to wait for front row on this one if they'll let me. Got front row on 13. Love that ride. Oh, the ones behind me didn't know it dropped. That was funny. I thought it was one of them winding the other one up, but apparently she genuinely didn't know. So